Gotta find my precious Manfield Knight again. Hi guys, BO5 time. I'll suggest
those YouTube VOD reviews coming.
Noble Objects, I'll definitely do that. I'll probably do another couple today, after I've casted for a little bit. Probably do another couple today. Oh, I nearly put this on Europe. That would have been a misplay. There we go. Fixed. Snapchat. I know it. Yeah, Snapchat. That's the one. Sorry, same thing. I'm waiting to see if Kronovi sees this. I'm sure you will. I think I already told him best of 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already told Kronovi best of 5, so we're just going to start this. Kronovi versus Karma. Yes, says Kronovi. So best of 5. A lot of people have been asking why are 1v1s best of 5 these days and not best of 7, and it's purely just a time constraint because time is becoming more and more valuable, both to myself and to the players who are involved. We used to have so much more time that we could just sit back and watch a BO7, but now there's just no time in the day. I wanted to stream so much earlier. It's actually 20 to 11 PM before I could finally start streaming. It took ages. But here we are. That's a very yellow looking car for Kronovi, Karma and the blue team. And like I said before, but I'll say it again, I have seen these two play, and Karma was giving Kronovi a lot of problems. Karma, that's I believe the second time that she's going to be playing ones on stream. The first time she lost to Moses 3-0. She was not very happy with her performance that day. Kronovi needs no introduction, of course. He's had lots of appearances on my stream and on pretty much every big stage in Rocket League history, and he's done very well. But I think this could be a very interesting series. Karma gave Kronovi a lot of trouble in the games that I saw them play on her stream, and I think she is streaming right now, so if you want to see her POV, go to, I think it's, well, I can't remember what the actual twitch.tv/name is. Baby's always going. Yeah, it's on the way, Magnus. 8 months, man alive. That's a long time, dude. Welcome back. Also, Noble Object, 9 months, that's a baby for you. Appreciate that. Kevin at Kevin as well, thank you for the new sub. I think I'll leave all the rest of the notifications for now. We might come back to that, or we will come back to that after the series is over. But again, Karma is streaming if you want to see her perspective on this. A good start for her against Kronovi. Successfully managed to get Kronovi to back off with her fake jump. But the shot that followed up wasn't too great. Good control off the post.
Shout out to our boy Kronovi.
Shout out to Kronovi. Hey, Mad Panda, thank you for the £7.90. I can see this is great. When people donate $10 to me, I can see the up and down on
stream learned so much. Who
pound
would you say
versus
is the best
dollars.
streamer to ask for RL advice? Also prize pool.
Who would you say is the best streamer to ask for Rocket League advice? Kronovi's pretty good at explaining things. Oh, Kronovi going for a cheeky fake there. Not going to work though. A nice air roll by Karma to keep that shot on target.
Recent LCS finals.
Wow, that's harsh. NG1729, that is very harsh. Thanks for the 5 months though. I said I would leave notifications, but these are too funny. It's pretty cheeky there by Kronovi. We see that why it is risky to go for fakes, especially low fakes in front of the net. Oh, Karma double jump by mistake. Gonna let a goal back though. Accidentally double jumping. I'm sure she would have had this with a dodge. Oh, maybe not. There's a bit of mispositioning actually. It looked like she hesitated slightly. And continues to win the kickoffs though, does Karma. Gonna have to pay very close attention to that. Kronovi usually does pretty well on face-offs on my stream. Ever since his very first appearance way back against Scrubkilla, where Scrubkilla was hands down the best kickoff in the world. Since then, Kronovi's had a pretty solid kickoff. He really improved based on that one series. I remember talking to him and he said that he just went back and watched and he figured out what Scrub was doing well and what he was doing badly, and since then his kickoff has been pretty good. But so where today Karma's had the better of him in that regard. And I did see there was a prize pool actually. Before I forget, I'll go ahead and get that ready. And also guys, let me really quickly throw an idea past you that I've had. An idea that I kind of want to do in the coming weeks or maybe next month. That is, what do you guys think about me running a large, like a really long-term prize pool donation goal and then doing a 1v1 tournament, an invitational tournament for the entire prize pool? Because we get pretty substantial prize pools compared to the other online Rocket League events that are occurring every week, or you know, every 2 weeks in the Rocket League scene. But would you guys like to see a, you know, longer duration prize pool goal, and then I can put it all into an invitational tournament? Does that sound like something you guys would want to, would be interested in? Because I might be able to sort it out. What on earth? How is that not a date in the future? I'm sure that is a date in the future. Sorry, I can't see right now what you guys are typing. I'll look back in a second. That is a day in the future. Oh, I'm trying to make a. I have to make a donation goal for a day in the future, and I accidentally had it in the wrong year. For goodness sake.
While
Winner
I didn't
takes
get
all?
a chance
Yeah, I like
to
winner
meet
takes
you
all
while
idea.
at RLCS, it was a pleasure to see you at the commentary desk, even if it was for a short while.
Yeah, E-Bigs. I miss all the people I couldn't meet. It is awesome to meet everybody. But yeah, I got a little stint on the commentary desk. That was quite nice. Oh yeah, I need to enable the prize pool over here. I'm not informed today, am I? Where is it? Where's the button? Is this it? There we go. Okay, we did it. Kronovi's struggling meanwhile. While I was talking about that prize pool idea for running a bigger prize pool and, you know, more of a tournament style invitational event on my stream. I'd stream all the games, of course. But that could take, I'm not sure about the format yet. It could take, you know, the format of, you know, I cast all the games live in one go, like back to back to back to back to back and so on. Or I could, you know, do a League of Rocket style thing where I get all the players to play the games and then I just cast from replays. Or I could, you know, spread it out over multiple days. I'm pretty sure that I would want to do just an EU version and then an NA version. Nice control by Kronovi. Oh, but he's beamed the flick. Disaster. He did a really good power slide turn to control the ball, and then he accidentally popped it up in the air instead of forwards. Still a good chance for him to make the comeback here. Karma's been doing really well on counterattacks and face-offs, but if Kronovi can make the most of his possession, he will probably get at least 3 chances to score, but that is not going to work out for him. Really bad miss there, not just because he's missed a goal, but also because he's given Karma a goal at the other end, and that is going to be a very, very difficult comeback to make happen. Beam the flick, and now you can flick the beam later. That's cheeky. Cheeky from you. N087. I don't know, Kronovi could definitely bring this back. Good low 50-50, Karma has boost. Oh no, she doesn't have boost. Kronovi does have time regardless, and he finds the net on the first touch. I'm getting so distracted by my chat that I didn't even realize Karma hadn't picked up the back boost there. Could do a live cast with Shogun and Gregan. If I'm doing it live, I'd want my co-caster to be with me. Oh, cheeky again from Kronovi. This time slowing down his face-off so much that Karma hits the ball right into him. Both players trade bumps. No way. Did that really just happen? Karma saying no way in the chat as well. Karma bumps Kronovi from goal side, and then Kronovi turns around and does the same thing right back. That's savage. Really, really nicely done by Kro.
Break the world record for how long 8 people can stay in the air, not collide plus.
Oh no, that would be too easy, dude. That would just be, that would end because of boredom, because it's not hard to keep flying in the air. It really isn't. That would be, I reckon that would be too easy. And Karma is punishing Kronovi yet again for a bad challenge on his part. Pretty predictable approach from Kronovi, and Karma had all the time in the world to flick that into the corner. And now it really is starting to look like this is not Kronovi's game. That 2-goal miss is the goal that really caused problems for him, because after that moment, he had to have a perfect game if he wanted to come back, and he has not had a perfect game up until this point. Still the smallest chance to get the comeback going. 22 seconds on the clock, 2 goals the difference, but he needs kickoffs to go in his favor, and that has not been happening so far this game. Make it round robin so everybody plays each other. I probably wouldn't do round robin just for the sake of giving the players like a shorter time that it would need to be available for. Oh, not the best touch by Kronovi. He's going to struggle to get this ball into a threatening position, especially with his boost situation. Doesn't look possible. It would have needed a crazy dunk off the wall there to make it happen.
Nose Johnny boy, the best nose in the entire UK. Nosy, nosy, nosy.
There we go. One more goal for Karma. Kronovi going to vacate the premises to let that one in. Who is Karma? Karma's a former Hearthstone professional player, now switched to Rocket League, and has played RLCS group stage games in Season 2. Has been in a bubble team, and when I say bubble team, I mean a team that's not quite ready to qualify for RLCS group stage, but almost.
What do you think about the Italian
at that
team
level
for the World Cup? You agree with Cux's choice? Also
yeah,
today,
I do.
An Italian team won the SL Elite title Kappa.
Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. But yeah, I agree with Cuxer's choice for the World Cup because those guys practice a lot. They're really good friends. They've played threes a lot together. And although the all-star quality is probably not the same as what it is in other teams, it's certainly a team that has practiced together a lot in the past. So I wouldn't write them off too early. Definitely keep an eye on that team. I mean, Cuxer is still one of the best players in the world, so you can never write him off and any team that he's involved in. It's gonna be tricky for Kronovi. He told me before this game started that when he did play against Karma, her style messed with him, and he didn't go into details or specifics on that. But from what I saw when they played against each other before, it was Karma's challenging style. She seemed to have a really good way of disrupting Kronovi's attack, and mostly, you know, nothing really incredible was being used. It was mostly just fake challenges and rush strategy. That's what we're going to pay attention. So right there, she got Kronovi to fire early on the previous shot because of a fake challenge, and then Kronovi, feeling the pressure, he's taking shots from angles that are perhaps not that advantageous. And Karma's kickoff continues to impress. Not the greatest first touch off the wall, making it very difficult for herself to get a shot off. Kronovi has not looked comfortable at all. Nicely done there. The shot was a good one from Kro. He had lots of time to do this, but oh, Karma flopped a half flip. I was wondering why she was so slow back into position. Yeah, but Kronovi's shot was still very good there. I like the side flip shots where players get to the far side of the ball and then flip back across it to generate power. Now Kronovi looking like he wants to take control of the game. The ball bouncing unfavorably on this occasion. He didn't want the boost in that situation. He was hoping the ball would bounce middle and he could score before Karma got back. But Karma is just going to go end to end and really threaten Kronovi's net yet again. And a bad half flip from Kronovi is going to give Karma the lead. This has been a game of bad half flipping. Oh yeah, just not the right direction or landing there for Kro. He thought the Karma was going to back off farther than she did, and he underestimated the time that it was going to take for Karma to get back into position. That being said, the landing wasn't very good. Kronovi, one of the best half flips in the world when he is on form. Oh, that's cheeky. Kronovi nips in and takes the boost, but Karma, as we saw, does have a lot of boost to her name. So Kronovi might be overstepping the mark here. He might think that Karma's out of boost, but she is not. She's been speeding this entire time. This is still a situation that favors Kronovi. Nice power slide control once again, but he's dropped the ball, not for the first time this series. And once again, Karma easily capitalizes on the opening. Great counters from Karma. One touch. Not boosting as early as she needed to, as she could have there. The side flip challenges, of course, have the advantage that your car never changes the direction that it is facing. So if you boost throughout, you will always be moving forwards in a straight line. Cheeky by Karma, trying to bait in Kronovi with a fake aerial. Lots of fake jumps here from Karma, trying to get Kronovi to back off. Doesn't succeed on this occasion. First touch from Kro is good. 1 goal the difference. This game is shaping up to be a very interesting one, because I think Kronovi has had the most chances out of these two players in terms of converting possession into a shot on net or an opportunity to score. But Karma has had a way better conversion rate and also a stronger face-off, which is leading to giving her more opportunities to take possession without having to really fight for it. Unless we're, you know, considering a kickoff a fight, which it is in some regards. Fast kickoff from Kronovi, that's interesting. So he's looking to hit the middle of the ball without dodging twice. It's a rare thing to see that in 1v1. I'll pay attention to see if he does that again. Kronovi certainly upping the pace here, trying to beat Karma with mechanics. Kronovi often cited as one of the most mechanically sound players in the game. And even Cuxer has said in the past that he thinks Kronovi has the best mechanics, bar none. Very fast player. He plays with low FOV, so some of the things that he does look slower than players with 110 FOV, like Devo, Greasy, Squishy Muffins, some of the other players who are considered to be exceptionally quick. Oh, what a shot by Karma! Holy ceiling shot. Nice one from Kronovi in the chat. The first touch here was incredible, but there's still a lot of work to be done, and look at the placement. Oh my word. Are you kidding me? Karma with one of the best ceiling shots I've ever seen. Kronovi wasn't even badly positioned, but he had no chance to keep that one out the net. That was a phenomenal strike. And anybody who's asking who is Karma, well, you certainly want to take a closer look now. Karma, probably the best female Rocket League player coming from North America. Probably East Coast, given the fact that that is a 24 ping on an East Coast server. Kronovi, of course, being stationed in Texas, slightly higher, more centrally located, I should say. Yeah, keep an eye out for Karma. Certainly a good competitor. Also going to be getting involved in some casting alongside myself at DreamHack this weekend. That's the weekend of the 16th through 19th. So definitely check that out. But will we have a tie series here? Kronovi certainly looking like the favorite to take this from here on. 3 goals in a row. He was not phased from that ceiling shot.
Moi Johnny, 4 months has gone by quickly. Keep up the good work. Love your content. Can you give us any inside info on the Rocket League World Cup? Moi moi.
Well, before I give any inside info, let's pay attention to this kickoff real quick. I was looking at that message while it happened. Okay, Kronovi, this time not going for that fast kickoff that I'm keeping an eye out for. He did try it in the diagonal. Let's pay attention here before I answer that question. He did it again. Very interesting. This is a strategy that I've thought about in the past, but I never really tried it myself. I'm curious to see if Kronovi can make it work, because by doing a fast face-off in 1v1, you can sometimes guarantee that the ball's at least going to go in a really awkward position, and occasionally you're just going to hit the ball clean past your opponent. So perhaps that's what Kronovi's going for in the diagonal spawn. Perhaps having a rough time with a more straight-up standard face-off approach. Oh, Karma not going to go for the boost. Flicking is, of course, pretty difficult with boost at a premium, and Kronovi shows us how it's done. Will he go off the wall for this? I'm almost sure he will. And nice shot, goes low underneath Karma, who was stationed on the wall herself. Great placement from Kronovi. He might have rushed the midfield play, but Karma was not ready for this one. You can see there, she did not expect Kronovi to be taking that shot from such an early point in time. But going back to that question about Rocket League World Cup, can I give any insider info? Well, the only thing I can tell you, well, I can tell you a few things, but one thing is that I've been getting a lot of messages from players trying to sell their team and, you know, try and get an invite and saying, oh, if you've not got all of the teams sorted for Rocket League World Cup, think about this team. You might as well cease those messages, because all the teams have been chosen, most of the games have been played. There's a few still yet to occur, but it will be pre-recorded just like the 12 Titans, and it'll be released probably late July. So that's all I can say right now. But I mean, and no, there's no official announcements been made. That's just for your guys' information and benefit. This game will be a tie series, or this series will be tied after this. Karma going off the ceiling again, a little bit ambitious. I think I saw that shot from one of Rizzo's videos recently. But what a game. Karma with the ceiling shot out of nowhere, and then Kronovi coming back regardless. Not at all phased by that mechanical skill that was on display for his opponent. Thoughts on GF Esports' new lineup? Well, Gale Force, I believe they so far have only signed K-Dot.
Is there a time schedule for the Rocket League tournament at DreamHack Sweden?
Not that I've seen. There's nothing that I've seen yet for DreamHack Sweden. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm sure that we'll be tweeting all about it this weekend. More low boost dribble attempts for Karma, forcing a 50-50 in front of the net. Of course, that can sometimes result in a goal. It's potentially risky strategy. If the ball bounces straight sideways off the corner, it can clear itself with speed, and of course the lack of boost can make it difficult to get back into position. Turbo Pulse has been playing tournaments with him, and I believe he's also signed up for DreamHack Sweden with Panda and K-Dot, but I don't think he's officially signed for Gale Force yet. Some good display from Kronovi this series so far of the anti-half flip. Of course, we're all pretty used to seeing half flips to turn Rocket League cars from facing backwards to forwards, but it's rare to see people using the alternate approach, changing your car from facing forwards to backwards, and it is purely for hitbox manipulation. Kronovi does get the ball over Karma on this occasion. Surprised that Karma didn't stick a foot in a bit earlier. Bit of indecision on how to approach this challenge, and not realizing that Kronovi still had his dodge available. Nicely done by Kro. Looking like the favorite for the series now after figuring out Karma's kickoff and just improving his conversion rate on offense. Of course, he doesn't want to give Karma any 2-goal misses like he did in the first game. And hook shot coming up. Karma does challenge early. Kronovi just backs out of that shot. More boost denial, even denying the small boost is Kro right here. Miss from Kro. Should be a tie game here for Karma, and it will be. Nice placement in the top corner. Kronovi trying to follow this ball up the wall, but I don't think he expected it to bounce quite that far out as it did. Pashy's playing with Scrub Kill and Niels Cock. Yes, I believe that is the case. You didn't tell them there's a prize pool? I mean, they're playing on my stream. They know that there's a good chance that there could be a prize pool. Looks like this time it is Karma's turn to get outplayed in the corner. Pretty basic center ball and finish from Kro. But he didn't have to go all in for that. He knew there was very low chance of Karma getting in the way of that shot or center ball attempt. And also very little chance of her being able to force a dangerous 50-50. Oh, Karma! Huge miss. Trying to control the ball, but this goes completely wrong. We have to take another look at this one. Oh dear. Could not make up her mind about which way she wanted to take it. And that hesitation has cost her quite a few times in defense. I think that's at least 3 goals this series that have been plagued by hesitation. This is an open net for Karma. Shot off target though. Kronovi going for a miniature pinch clear. Karma again reversing into position, trying to get a better angle of approach here. Does so really well. Nice approach into the corner. This has been lax defending from both players in the defensive corners. Just letting the ball get centered and then shot right over the top of Kronovi's head on that occasion. Who is Karma? I'm getting this. A lot of people are asking, but yeah, Karma's probably the best female Rocket League player. Has played RLCS group stage games before for Vindicator GG in Season 2. And nearly qualified on other occasions. I think she's made it to the very final game before, or the last game to decide the teams that qualify, and failed twice, I believe. First, I think it was Xylophone Zebras in Season 1. I don't know what the team was for Season 3 though. But definitely a good player. And also a live streamer on Twitch, so be sure to check her out. Give her stream some love. I think she's probably streaming right now, unless she turned her stream off to focus on this match. So I would be surprised if that was the case. I think this might be the first time that Kronovi has led a game from the start in this series, although he finished the commanding leading game too. It wasn't always like that. Karma taking the lead with the ceiling shot for 4-3. This time Karma better defending in her own corner, but although she came out with the ball, the boost situation is far less comfortable. Kronovi's shooting continues to be lackluster from the edge of the box. He will not be happy about that. And again, improved defending in the corner, this time Kronovi, showing that he's not willing to let that ball be centered. It's so dangerous to let the ball go across your own box in 1v1. Even if you do feel like you're present to get in the way. Oh, not the best clear by Karma. She does save 64 boost smartly, and another chance. Kronovi's so fast to recover though. Unfazed by the bump from Karma. Karma up in the air, and what a shot! Bar down and in! Great placement yet again. That's a perfection, a perfect strike from Karma. Air rolling away from the ball, dodging back towards it. Kronovi can't do anything but look as it goes in. That was a really, really well placed shot. It looked like it might be one of those shots for a moment that goes bar down and out, but it crept in, and we've got another very close game. We're completely tied up here. Even boost and possession pretty even. Karma the slight favorite as she is the one facing the ball at the moment. Going for a demo and Crow jumps and avoids it well. Karma successfully challenges Kronovi. The dribbling of Crow, he's trying to go faster now. Takes the ball in front of his own net again. He's not afraid of getting dunked on. Always trusting his 50-50s and gets a hard read on Karma's challenge this time. Karma's been trying to mix up her defense and it's been working fairly well this series, but this time Kronovi gets a hard read on that turn. Karma expecting a soft touch. Kronovi's already launched the ball into the top corner. There's that fast kickoff again. Kronovi, even if he loses, trusting in his ability to recover with boost. But oh no, the ball has centered. Surely this is a chance. Karma with the mind game. I really love this new kickoff strategy by Crow. Going for a fast kickoff in 1v1, but he's got to be so careful. If Karma just reads that really, really well, she can punish. The shot to the near post. Kronovi barely arcs the ball clear. Karma rolls it up the wall, trying to get boost. Can't get it. Kronovi's going to take game 3 here. And a trip onto Karma to finish it off. A slightly better shot there in the end by Karma. Could have tied the game. It was certainly a close one. But not many ground shots being scored this series into defended nets. Not many ground shots into nets that have goalkeepers are succeeding. I think the run-ups have been the problem. Both these players not taking long enough or wide enough lines of approach. That's the one thing that I have noticed about their shooting. Kronovi mixing it up, no fast kickoff this time. Instead pushing the ball wide. Good job by Karma getting a touch into the corner and securing boost in the same jump. Very well done. Again, not much of a run up into the shot, and it is quite tame, especially for a goalkeeper of Kronovi's caliber. But this time, Kronovi's defense of the wall called into question yet again.
Kronovi doesn't use the Mount Butterfly topper. It makes me want to unsub to your channel, Mr. Noseman. Also, I believe Karma was playing for Freestylers in Disguise around RC.
That's right, you're right. Yeah, she was.
Time 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 hashtag drink brisk.
I like that mind game attempt by Karma. It's not something that's likely to succeed against Kronovi, as he does often go for direct hits on the ball as opposed to interceptions in 1v1. Doesn't like to get faked. I mean, who does? Nobody really likes to get faked, but Kronovi especially does not like to get faked out. Oh, nice touch, but Karma somehow gets a piece of it. I really thought that was Kronovi's ball. Better half flip this time by Karma to take that position. Fake jump is somewhat successful, but the first touch after the fact, a little bit too heavy. Oh, Kronovi's going to keep flying after this, using a lot of boost, but he is on point. Karma getting a save. No wave dash on the landing, but she did still have an open net. No opportunity taken though. Big miss for Karma. She could have had wave dash into position there to give herself more time. But even without the wave dash, she still had ages left. Oh, what a save! Kronovi with a decent pop towards the net. Karma saves it. And there's the mind game. Really well done by Crow. You've always got to watch out for it. He loves to put on a show. And he has successfully mind gamed Karma. No boost. And no way to get back into net after that dodge. Kronovi really mixing up the diagonal face-offs. This is the first fake that he's done. But there's been fast kickoffs, he's been hooking it infield, he's been forcing it back across to the side, and my goodness, this is a really well done shot by Crow. Have to see what Karma saw here. Just using the back of his car there to get more height on it. Drives underneath the ball and then launches it like a catapult. Karma, open net, takes it, tie game yet again. Remember, this is a best of 5. She needs this game and the next. I've casted way too many. Not recently, Flaky. Not recently. I don't think I've been casting that much, or too much recently, because there's not been a huge deal to cast. This time, Kronovi open net. Or, never mind, not open. Karma actually was back. I thought Karma was more right position there. Oh, Karma's throwing herself at the ball again. She's feeling the pressure. Doesn't want to give Kronovi time in the ball, but with first touches like that, you gotta wonder why Karma is rushing so many challenges as she is. I feel like more fake challenges, starts trying to inch into position, might serve her better. Oh, the first touch not quite good enough to get the boost on the way here. Poor Karma. What's the best matchup I casted? I think there's a lot of very memorable matches. I really enjoyed Devo versus Fairy Peak though. That was crazy. That was a really fun one. That's probably the most underrated one that I casted, Devo Fairy Peak. Oh, to be honest, like the one match that my favorite match that I've ever casted was Scrub Killer versus Devo. It's like I think Devo is just the most fun player to watch in ones for me. So anything involving him is probably going to be a fun one. But this has been a very interesting matchup. I knew this would be close, even though most people would pick Kronovi as a favorite here, and I would agree. Karma has given him trouble in the past. Just a very awkward playstyle. Not a stereotypical way of approaching the ball in the midfield from Karma. Very disruptive strategy coming out from her. Another just little fake turn there, managing to get Kronovi to fire early. Oh, but Kronovi so quick. Even a look back, he knows he's got all the time in the world here. Should take the lead, and he will. Karma was not far off getting an interception here, but close is not good enough. Notice she did save her dodge there. A fast aerial would have gotten her to the ball a little bit quicker. There's that kickoff by Kronovi again, the fast one to the side, but even if he loses it, he's still right back in the play with plenty boost to his name, and the ball's not really in a position that Karma can utilize. Very interesting strategy. Need to see more of that from Kro, and this should be a goal for Karma. Oh, she fires it straight at Kronovi though. Kronovi's positioning was so awkward in that situation. Just little awkward turns like that. Kronovi has to be so careful. Karma turning in really strange positions and almost making it work, but another open net miss. Mind game would have worked there, but Kronovi can't get the save anyway. As soon as Karma saw this pre-jump from Kro, she could have gone for the mind game. I think either would have been sufficient, but good placement of the shot. Tie game yet again. S4 of RLCS announced. Is it already announced? I'll need to check that later. Rumor has it Cucks missed a flight and is currently in Cali again. I don't think so. And here we go. First time I think that we've had a shot scored into a defended net. And I would say that this net is defended by Kro. Actually, no, there's been a couple by Karma. There was that aerial shot from the front left position. Kronovi's certainly needing to work on his shots from close range this series. But has Karma stolen this away from Kro? Oh my goodness, what a shot. Kronovi had the respect of Karma there. Karma knew that there was always a possibility that Kronovi might even put the shot from that angle on target, which I think he did. Big chance for Karma here. Great position. The flick is lacking. Kronovi does well to get height on the clear. Karma, good first touch. Second touch is also decent. And there's the flick, and Kronovi can't keep it out. 2 goals to difference. This looks like it might be a tie series, ladies and gentlemen. Kronovi was in a really awkward position after getting that high clear. And delayed approach isn't going to work. Karma would have needed to hit the ball straight down the middle for that face-off strategy from Kronovi to be successful. But that's it. We're going to have a tie series. Kronovi had the lead here. But Karma was able to fight back. And now, we're going to the ace match in a series that I don't think many people would have expected to go this far. And myself, I thought Karma might get a game, especially after Kronovi took game 2. I didn't expect him to drop any other games this series, but really well done by Karma. She's fought back successfully. And this is the ace match. 2-2 is even. Best of 5 is the series length today. Oh, now this is what I was worried about. If Kronovi keeps going for fast kickoffs and Karma gets a dunk on it, which she did, good read by Karma, very good placement. She positioned herself opposite Kronovi on the ball. She knows he's been going for fast kickoffs in the diagonal spawn, and she goes deliberately high, and now with another kickoff goal, she's up by 2. This has been such a weird series for kickoffs. Game 1, Karma dominated. It seemed like in Game 2, Kronovi had it figured out. And then Game 3 and 4, Kronovi threw in fake kickoffs, and they were somewhat successful. But with 2 kickoff goals to her name, Karma is really going to make this difficult for Kronovi. Not a great touch there by Karma. Kronovi will decide to go for the early shot. He had a lot of options there. Did not need to fire on that bounce. Could have taken the ball forward, and more bad shots from Kronovi. He needs to try and fix this problem, because Karma has had way more success from that distance than he has. Karma just not looking threatened by the shots of the former world champion. And there Karma going for the backflip flick that we were starting to see, especially a lot more in North America recently. What is Kronovi's main strategy going to be here? He looks like he wants to take this ball slow now. The fast approach is gone, but the flick is just not there. And Karma, with a great recovery, he's up by 3. Really well done by Kuro. Sorry about my itchy nose. This is just bothering me as usual. I'm sure it's triggering some of you. Now what's Kronovi going to do? No fast kickoff. I think that might be wise, given how badly the first one went. Interesting strategy to see on occasion. First touch on that approach from Karma. Really not giving herself any opportunities to follow up with a shot on target, as the angle was a little bit too thick. Kronovi needs to figure something out here. His attack has not been working for large portions of this series. His shots have been so tame. Karma not even looking pressured right now. And with 3 goals in the lead, she doesn't even need to take any risks at this moment. Not just 3 goals in the lead, but also in control of her boost situation. Ball is in Kronovi's half. What does Kronovi do here? He must have a plan if he wants to come back here, and it doesn't look like he has a working one right now. As Karma again just swats away his offensive approach, and we're right back to where we were 30 seconds ago. Kronovi needs to side flip there if he wants to get the ball over Karma, but it looks like he doesn't have any intention of going over. He's just going to go right through.
Keep it up. Good to see you going to DreamHack.
Hey, thanks, Loris. Looking forward to it, buddy. I really want to see more side flip flicks in that position from Crow. If the ball's falling off the front of his car, a side flip can generate height on the ball, whereas a front flip or a diagonal front flip can only really generate height in the ball if the ball is positioned on the back of the car. On this occasion it worked out because his hitbox was so well positioned. So what is Kronovi going to do? From a rolling ball, tries to stay low on the 50-50 without jumping. Didn't want to ruin his recovery time. But all this time is passing and not many shot opportunities are happening for Kronovi. Karma's done a really good job, and the flick is dangerous. He waits too long though. Kronovi shuts it down. Open net for the time being. Can he find it? Far post. Oh, what a save! It was a decent placement on the shot from Crow, but this is really lacking. Another shot goes wide. And really well done by Karma to stay in this game. That initial shot by Crow would have beaten a lot of defenders. Kronovi 40 boost here. He could go for Karma. Opts to go for the ball, tries to find the top left. Karma is right there. More trippies from Crow. But Karma has not looked threatened for a long time. Oh my goodness, there we go. 50-50 from Crow. Second goal by dominating a 50-50. That's really impressive by Kronovi. Just getting his car in the perfect position, dodging to cancel his fall. Of course, dodging in Rocket League, different from the predecessor SARP. In SARP, you didn't get that vertical momentum cancellation from dodging. In Rocket League, you do. As soon as Kronovi finds the elevation he wants, he decides to stay right there. Karma disguising that flop quite well. But Kronovi was unable to punish. Half flip challenge from Crow. Can't follow up though, as Karma is right there. But with 1 minute and 18 on the clock, I think it was Kronovi who led with this score in the previous game, with about this same amount of time remaining. But can he do what Karma did? Karma scored 3 goals in a row to finish off that game. Will Kronovi be able to replicate? He only needs 1 for the time being, and then he can think about winning the game after he's got the tie. No fake at the near post this time from Crow. Boost steal will happen. No demo on the exit. Into the final minute now. Kronovi again, very low and fast dribble. Unable to get a threatening approach. Karma has found a way to close the gap yet again, but this time gives the ball right to Crow. Surely a tie game. Yes, it is. 3-3 and 36 seconds to go. 1 mistake from Karma is all it took. We've seen 2 50-50s by Kronovi, 4 starters in defense. And now an unforced error. Karma panicking. I think she couldn't believe that she was able to close the distance so easily. Oh my goodness, Kronovi gets back in time to save the kickoff goal.
2 months of big nose entertainment.
Another low dribble by Kro, and another 50-50 win. Are you kidding me, Kronovi? Karma does get back this time to defend. Now, will she have the final say here? High bounce. Kronovi shuts it down. Karma's back. This is so close. Both these players being forced to recover incredibly quickly defensively if they want to stay in the game. Kronovi, first touch is good. This is a threatening ball. First touch to the backboard is there. Kronovi double touches it in. What a way to finish. The touch to himself to set up this play was so well done. Karma defending the net. This entire series, Kro's been missing shots. So what does he do? He just passes it to himself off the backboard. If you can't score from the ground, let's score from the air. Well played. He clutches it, no overtime required in the last game. What a close series though. I'm sure that a lot of you were surprised by how well Karma was able to fare here. And I know I was as well. I didn't think she was going to do this well. But my goodness, what an ending. And with £35 in the pot, I make that just over $44 for Kronovi. I'll be sure to make a note of that right here. And I'll send that his way later, but my goodness, what an ending. That was really something special. Scripted? I don't think so. But Kronovi's saying nice kickoffs, by the way. Such good reads on which way to flip that shut me down so hard. So Kronovi being forced to adapt his face-off mid-series there, as Karma was causing him some problems. Really well played by both players. Very entertaining series right there.